Hello and welcome back. This is Insti, and we are continuing playing Darkness Within: The Pursuit of Loath Nolder. Hopefully I said that correctly. Yes, we are inside the in pursuit of Loath Nolder. Yes, and we are inside the apartment or mansion. I decided that I will put the underlining only on. Setting this option always will make you underline the interface appear for all the, but so I can get the clue counters. Most likely, this means I might miss hidden clues, but that's the risk I have to take. Like I said, this is not a long game when you know what you're doing and what else. So a little bit less. Well, a little bit more. So what I was actually thinking, that now I go with this, and depending what I miss when I miss, uh, maybe if I feel like it, I make a video about those missing parts. But anyways, now I'm going with that because if I'm gonna check the options, difficulty settings change, because the problem is if I put the underlining on for everything, I probably go around and underline and try to underline everything because I'm starting to get paranoid I'm missing something. So we go with this. Okay, it's locked. Anyways, enough of that. Let's see what we can find from here. I'm a little bit added gamma for the recording. Hopefully it's still dark. This game is quite dark anyway, so what is this? Colder than in the other parts of the... No. Also, there's a lot of moths in this house. Strange. Nope. No. Not yet. Not yet. Something on the floor. I can't check it. Can I check those moths? No. I think I go here first. Yeah, with my mentality, I probably would go every page through every page with every word, trying to find everything. It's not locked. Ah, something behind it blocks it. Okay. Hopefully it's not a person or persons. Okay. There's a screwdriver. Yeah, this is interesting because there's no free movement as such. To be honest, how's the... Because I'm being interested, how's the... cursor strike free? How is that working? Ooh. I can move more freely. I'll try with this for now. Because it gives me a wider range to move the cursor and maybe spot easier things. So Anything? Although it's a little bit annoying because it starts to move. I don't know. Maybe I'm too used to the other control system. I may use it. I'm sorry, I'm taking my time with these and not playing. Well, I'm playing, but you know. This feels a little better still. Anything? Painting? Interesting. Yeah, I'm going my pixel hunt routine. Stormy night. Is this escape from... No. That seems awfully familiar. I was thinking escape from Egypt. I don't... There is a note written back of this photo. Jonathan Clark Field. Mr. Field said that he and his brother did not get along. This is the only family picture here. Well, along and along, yeah. So nothing else. Anyways, there's something on the chair. Here we are. These are Mr. Field's notes. So my notes were not complete set. Okay. So letter... Field's notes brought by his death, part 1 of 4. And 2 of 4, so there's at least 4 of these. I'm gonna check how many pages these there are. 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna read it. I have to take a sip of water. Uh, 17th of May 2011. For the past 2 weeks I was out of town because of my job, and when I returned feeling tired, I learned that the restoration had not been completed due to the sounds that some of the workers suggested came from the cellar. This incident made me really angry, and I immediately obtained a strong flashlight in order to find out what those superstitious vagrants may have been afraid of. My purpose was, by using this old rusty ladder, to go down and just take a look down there. But it didn't matter how many steps down I took, the ground continued to be concealed in the claustrophobic pitch darkness of the well. A short time later, I noticed the opening of an horizontal tunnel. I entered the tunnel and to check it. I don't know how long I stayed in there wondering why and when this worm-like burrow was dug, but when I decided to proceed, I felt that my legs were aching. After moving forward a short distance, I reached a wide chamber which was full of blood-curdling strange statues. On its walls, you could see the signs of some erased and now to a great extent unreadable writings or wall paintings. The air was dominated by some kind of a thick, decaying smell which caused me to cough frequently. From the opening of the tunnel, on the right and the left walls of the chambers, there were some kind of statues which looked almost alive, so much so that just for a second I thought that they would rise and start to walk, which I thought depicted saurian-headed creatures with the bodies of men. There was another figure which seemed to depict a ruler, similar to the hybrid statues on the walls, who was sitting on his throne and watching one of these creatures being sacrificed. This scene was depicted with such a realism that no one could look at it without feeling a sense of terror. When I got close to the figure sitting in its throne, I noticed that some kind of smoke was leaking in front of the gaps that were behind the concrete throne. In fact, this not easily discerned, because if not for the wind which was blowing the smoke inside, I wouldn't have noticed it at all. I heard some sounds coming from behind those gaps which allowed the wind and smoke to enter. The presence of these gaps made me believe that there may be other chambers below that one. If so, this could be an important archaeological discovery. Sorry. I jumped with affright on hearing some noises that were certainly coming from beyond the tunnel in the depths of pitch black well. I immediately entered the tunnel, intent to locating the source of the noises. In spite of my strong flashlight, visibility was limited. Through weary eyes, it may have been a momentary illusion or an enormously magnified shadow of a rat being illuminated by my flashlight beam. But I saw, or I think I saw, something moving down there. I jumped with fright because of this, but only later would I realize that the thing that shocked me and caused me to wake up from the nightmares and listen shivering to the sounds that came from beyond the darkness that, like a thick blanket, covered the places where merciful moonlight cannot reach. While I attempted to see something with my flashlight within that glutinous darkness, I heard a feeble voice that came from a far away place calling out something like "Come." The voice was very similar to that of Ivar's familiar low-pitched voice. Come. Through the effect of that shock, I threw my flashlight into the dense and dreary darkness with both hands free. With both hands free, I dashed to the cold, damp, and rusty metal ladder, which at the time seemed to me as I thought it was eons old. While I was climbing up, and without daring to look down, I caused a piece of the ladder to be broken off, and it fell into the pitch darkness. Maybe because of the comforting feeling provided this incident, I managed to reach the top and get out of that well. The next morning, when I woke up to my bedroom bathed in sunlight, I thought that all these events were just delusions, merely caused by excessive weariness and insomnia. I reached another conclusion. Maybe Ivor was right about the restoration. This sort of place has very important features invisible to the naked eye. Hence I decided to leave the house as it is now. I'm not going to make any further efforts to restore the house. Okay. And definitely. Okay, that's nothing there. Definitely Lovecraftian inspiration. I could almost hear or read that from the Lovecraft stories. There are many similarities, also in style. And to be honest, this story would work better late 1800s or early 1900s. This could be something I could do actually make a tabletop RPG. I do enjoy like tabletop RPGs, and including Vampire, the Masquerade. I do enjoy Call of Cthulhu, the Chaos Sim. I can't remember the edition, but it's an old one, and Stormbringer RPG. And it's locked, so I do have one key, but this is the main key. I don't think we can use that. So unless there's something, I'm gonna check this area. No. Okay, I hope that's just not important noise. Okay, one thing I have to check. There's a paper on the floor, so I'm gonna see if I can actually take it. I'm guessing I can't. But yeah, I can't interact with that. So I don't think I can lose anything with the control system I'm using, so I will use that. Because it feels a little better. So I think I can't see anything, but that doesn't make any sense at all. Sorry, it's 4 a.m. in the morning, so I'm a little bit hazy. But yeah, It's so dark game that it's easy to miss something. Let's see. Paintings. Noises. There's something on the right and something on the left. More papers. Unreadable paper. 6:55 a.m. Okay. What do we have here? Pieces of paper and furniture are randomly scattered around. Okay, so nothing I can pick up. It almost seems like they were thrown around. Hint is available. Yes, I do know. What is this? It looks like a lantern. I'm guessing it's lantern. But why can I zoom in here but can't do anything? Don't tell me we are going in the well. Of course we are, probably. Why wouldn't we? And what is that? That's okay. The case of Alfonso Ruger. Summarized below are the known psychological problems caused by taking hallucinogenic mixture called Dversahe. During heightened emotional state, e.g. excessive anger, worry, fear, etc. These psychological problems can sometimes be extremely harsh and can even lead to a permanent madness. It is known that some esoteric ethnic groups use this secret mixture in their religious rites and festivals. A typical example this can be found in the notes of the famous occultist and philosopher Alfonso Ruger, dated October 2nd, 1833. His notes cover the period of time from 11th of October 1832 to the time of his death on the 12th of November 1833. For more information, please refer to the book Dvershahe, A Black Void, which relates his experiences with Dvershahe. I have no idea how it's pronounced. I'm going with Dvershahe, and was compiled after his death from his handwritten records. October 2nd, 1833. After extensive trials, I can say that has profound effects. Its ability to alter consciousness is unbelievable. Unfortunately, my detailed research has only uncovered a few fragments of information about this mixture. Even though its effects are short-lived, the experience is very powerful. It is difficult to describe, but I would say that it pushes the soul to its very limits. I must add that I feel a strange sensation from it, as though it creates an emptiness inside the body. But of course, these are very vague descriptions of my experience. Perhaps someone else would describe it differently. Okay. This seems like a paper I could probably find something. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick test. I know. Let's put underlying always. Let's try nothing. I'm gonna... No. Do I need to underline that? Nothing particularly interesting. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna do this anymore because I'm starting to be paranoid. I continue. So I guess... Oh, it's the letter again. What was that? Anything else? This is so dark. one also interesting. Oh, I can't see anything. I have to be. Just try to use the. Let's try this first. Some of the rooms, including this one, have only been partially restored. The furniture has been placed haphazardly. Okay. Yeah, one of the other games, which is quite interesting tool game I played years and years ago, was Shadow of the Comet. It's an very old point and click game. Maybe I should try that. Some rope. Okay. At least I have some rope. And is that a mask or a carving? And but I can't go. Oh, moths. Even more moths. But I really can't see anything else. So that's, I hope, yeah, moths. Oh, this is problematic. Can't see anything. I just have to hope that what? Did the voices just... Is that on purpose or... Oh. Okay, that's just... I'm gonna check a little higher. Oh, that really... Did I press apply? Okay, very high. Honestly, it doesn't really help at all. It's still dark for me. I hope there's nothing else here at the moment. So, I think we are leaving. Definitely leaving. So what do we have here? And anything on the... I think that's a table or something like that. Nothing. Broken wall. This is almost identical to the room view already were in our nightmare. Similar to it, at least. Quite similar. But I think it's a dead end. So... Come on, go. So here we are going here now. 2 doors, one on the left, one on the right. Right first. Lots and lots of books. Okay. Before we dwell in that, I will check this humidity in here. Okay. The wardrobe is locked. Can we open it maybe? Lovely painting. It that almost seems familiar. Yeah, it's locked. There's something on the... Well, pants. And a ruined book. And maybe it was because of this that the man guide always tried and is still trying to overcome this obstacle with the help of some hallucinogenic substances. A lot of carvings and Petroglyphs show us the signs of mushroom cults that existed thousands of years ago. Okay, how many pages are there? Okay. Understanding the soul of metamorphosis demands examination of far more complex and esoteric thought system. Together with the asserted theories required by the systems, it is obvious that the soul metamorphosis is not the state that can be achieved simply through the process of altering the state of consciousness. It appears that from allusions which were found in some of the ancient texts, the information about the characteristics of this state is insufficient and leads to even more confusion. But again, a consociate point becomes apparent. This is the probability that the hallucinogenic substances, which can be seen in most of the ancient documents, drawings, and carvings, may serve as a key or catalyzer. The most important example of these can be seen in the stories that are told about the secret Eleusinian mysteries and the Kaikion drink which were used in these rituals. They are very important in this respect. At this point, I want to continue with some examples from the strange and in some parts confusing book of notorious German writer, philosopher, and alchemist Wolfgang Schneider. There's double D and no C. Okay. Who lived during the latter part of the 14th century, and because of his radical thoughts about the religious topics, was burned at the stake when he was 68. This book, that was translated into a language as Eclipse of the Soul, is really hard to find presently, and it's believed that original copies can only be found in certain major libraries. Good assumption. In the book, the parts which deal with a very ancient esoteric belief called Dvershahe, that was said to be directly related to metamorphosis of the soul, are particularly interesting. According to the book, in the Dvershahe belief, why do I say that? Like that. Anyways, the starting and the ending phases of metamorphosis of the soul process are depicted with the eclipse of the sun. The writer asserted that this belief is based on the ancient or a traditional doctrine, but he also claimed that he had intentionally kept secret the sources which led him to this information. The information necessary to research this topic could not be found due to the secretive attitude of the writer. Yet, according to some ethnologists, signs of this kind of belief are present in the world. Another source that the writer used for proving his assertions must be mentioned and cannot be ignored. This source is a series of parchment called Summoning the One Who Lies Beneath. Well, that's a Draconian one. Almost Cthulhu one. He claimed that the original had been written in 4839 BC and by an Egyptian priest using strange hieroglyphs and some unknown symbols that are not hieroglyphs. He further emphasized that the one he possessed was just a copy of this original brought by him from Cairo and might be dated 2200 BC. This parchment could not be found despite widespread searches by contemporary mystics. There is speculation that even if parchment like this really exists, it probably resides in the collection of collection of some rich occultists. Symbols. So the symbols in the office may be, or hieroglyphs, and symbols might be connected with this. But how these hallucinogenics and whatnot are connected to this story, I have no idea. The summoning of the one who lies beneath is thought to be a compilation of describing some preparations and rites written by an unknown cult that worshipped Apep and opposed Ma'at. This is according to some Egyptologists, although there are some who disagree with them. The important thing here is once again the allusion of the use of hallucinogens. We know that there were mushroom cults in Sahara Desert 7,000 to 9,000 years ago, owing to some carvings and petroglyphs. The fact that the text and the diagrams in the book completely corroborate these historical truths proves that what Wolfgang Schneider had written about the summoning the one who lies beneath may be true. The Eleusinian mysteries were annual initiation ceremonies of the cult of Demeter and Persephone. based on Eleusis in ancient Greece, of all the mysteries celebrations of ancient times. These were held to be the ones of greatest importance. These myths and mysteries began around 1500 BCE and later spread to Rome. The rites, cultic worship, and beliefs were kept secret, for initiation rites united the worshipper with God and included promise of divine power and rewards in the afterlife. Kykeon was an ancient Greek drink made mainly of water, barley, and herbs, which was drunk at the Eleusinian mysteries, or Kykeon. Ape was the deification of chaos and darkness, and thus opponent of light and Maat. Ancient Egypt. Ape was seen as a giant snake, crocodile, serpent, or in later years, in few cases, as a dragon. Ma'at was an ancient Egyptian concept of truth, justice, order, and balance, and also a goddess who was the personification of this concept. Egyptian, yes. That is interesting. But hallucinogenics are something that has been used in druidic, shamanic, and what not. So that rings truth. Let's see. Let's move our cursor. There's a key. Do I know what key? A rusty key? It's a rusty key. Mysterious rusty key. Okay, and I can see that there are some papers and notebooks, but apparently I can't take them, which is a shame. But at least we got the key. Okay. Oh, sorry. I was inside my inventory. Nope, still can't take them. Rats in the wall. Oh, I thought he was going to check the phone, but no. Anything else? No. Except lovely painting over there, which we cannot go and check, I think. Well, obvious thing to check the rusty keys. The wardrobe is locked. Do I need to... Nope. Those don't work together. Yeah, I know, we have hints. Can I... Uh-oh. So I can do this. Let's check. Escape of Loath Nolder. No messages. The packet. And warning. Let's try these. That didn't ring a bell. Okay. No. I don't want a hint. October 21st. Field was born 76. Clarkfield warned his brother not to go police regarding his situation, but why? 5 years old. Okay, I don't think I can combine anything just yet. Okay. So now we can... Okay, there's nobody there. And now we can go inside here. I'm gonna make a quick save. And let's continue. Interesting mask. A card wooden mask, one of many displayed here. Evidently Mr. Feet had an interest in these. Well, that would be a safe assumption, I would say. Books. Very old books. Big books. Volumes of forgotten lore. Okay. Again, interesting. What? A lot of them here. I think that they are African. Could be. Aren't these masks? Looks very threatening. Looks very threatening. Okay, more. What is that? This pot looks authentic. Well, I bet it's a real pot, but yeah. And table. What do we have here? Nothing I can use. Well. No. Oh. Calendar. Why there are some markings? January 2011, February to the Doctor Trust. At this calendar, which some dates have been marked. And I'm almost certain that those are important dates because something we might need later. I'm stating the obvious here. No, there's nothing there. I hope. And yeah. Can I put light on? No. The notes is about manuscript. An indication of a strange interest Mr. Field had. Okay. So nothing else. What about the table? Nothing. I don't see anything. What is that? Okay. Okay. Is there something maybe missing? Should there be something? I have a rusty key, but nothing else. What a weird statue. And more books. The large library contains books whose subject matter ranges from magic and the occult to geography and history. Geography. A majority of them are very old and difficult to obtain. Can I have them, please? Pretty please. Yes, there's something. Let's see. 3 clues I have to find. Notes describe the recordings of this. I'm gonna check how many pages. Quite a lot. Well, I might as well read this first. In my teenage years, it was my only joy to examine and roam through the places where rumors had been spread. Human lifestyle was not for me. I always searched for the ways of the inhuman. I visited old cemeteries full of dread, old ruined buildings, and spent most of my time in these places which were suffused with the black veil of myths and rumors. One day I bought a sound recorder and started to record the environmental sounds of these desolate places where I've been spending my time alone. Fairly soon I had a large collection of recordings some nights. When I couldn't sleep, I used to put my headphones and listen to those sounds which seemingly did not belong to this world. When carefully heeded, the sounds almost materialized and touched the genius Loki could be heard. to be touched. Can use Loki, good beer. When my secret treasure trove was discovered by my family, because Jonathan blabbed about it, all my recordings were destroyed. They forced me to go to a psychologist for 1 year. I can still remember how Jonathan used to call me ghoul around that time. Anyway, against all odds, I never abandoned this. I think I can say passion, men never abandon the things that are bound up in their hearts, even if they are suppressed, they never forget. When I was just 22 years old, Jonathan and I became solely responsible for my father's company. I had no time whatsoever for anything else but work. I was so happy when I took over the company from my father. I will never forget that period of my life. Today, I bought myself a new tape recorder. As I said earlier, I would never abandon my passion. I can now pursue my interest in series of mature way without the recklessness of youth. Cast number 1, record numbers 00010002, old and now unused moorland cemetery, Branxton. Branxton is a small old town which was established 18 miles northwest of the city centre of Wellsmouth. The farms, which are situated whilst going to the north, are as old as the town itself. There are stories which have been told for a long time about tomb in an old and now unused cemetery called Moorland Cemetery that is situated right in that old part of the Branxton. It is said that some nights strange noises and indescribable disgusting smells come from within that tube. Some people who used the rough pathway which passed 150 meters west of the Moorland Cemetery relate that they saw some tortuously twisted silhouettes and heard some howling, screaming, and squeaking sounds that they couldn't identify. I started my recordings here at 2:48 a.m. It was so dark and overcast that it was almost impossible to see the surroundings. I used a small flashlight, but I had to be very cautious because of the rumors about some grave robbers who plundered the old graves by spreading all the bones around in a disgusting, inhuman manner. The metallic half-open door of the notorious tomb was had some figures and half-reliefs similar to Rodin's The Gate of Hell. Rodin's The Gate of Hell, I guess. It was rusted and had started to crumble away, the effect of the passing years. The spacious interior smelled really awful. The cover of the stone tomb was broken and the interior was visible through an opening. The floor of the tomb was collapsed in the wide underground hole. I heard that during a strong earthquake 4 years ago, some parts of Branxton collapsed in the underground holes or caves. I think the same earthquake was the reason for the collapse of the tomb. I recorded both of the interior of the tomb and the building surrounding it. Record number 0003 in a cave near the Northwood Forest. The whereabouts of this cave, which is located 3 miles away from the notorious Northwood Forest, is not widely known. It is connected to some other caves that form a complex underground network. It is rumored that a lot of people have become lost inside and never returned. Some people claim that they have seen fires inside and heard some sinister sounds coming from the depths of the cave at night. Record number 0004 by the dig in my cellar. Some sounds are coming from the well in my cellar. I don't know what lies beneath it or the reason for its construction. From the top of the well, I used a flashlight to examine the well, but it was too deep for me to see the bottom. The sounds coming from below make me think that there are some animals down there. I believe that it must connect it to a tunnel that leads outside somewhere. Record number 0005 in my bedroom. For some time I have been woken up by squeaking, trembling, and slight wind sounds whose source I can't identify. Several times, hardly suppressing my fear, I roamed the house but couldn't find anything out of the ordinary. It's said that in houses this old, the noises are common. I guess I just have to get used to it. Record number 0006 and 0007 in the well. I decided to examine the well because the workers I hired for restoration left the job half done due to some sounds they claimed to hear from within the well. The rusty ladder that I hadn't dared brave before was my only avenue. I bought a strong flashlight to inspect the interior. I decided to record some sound down there, but I could only record some sounds in the room that the tunnel leads to. When I listened to the recording later on, I noticed some defects. There were some deep noises and rumblings on every recording. I think that the dirty and choking atmosphere of the well caused my recorder to malfunction. Record number 0008 and 0010 to 0010 in Ivar's place. I had opportunity to make some recordings in this vermeeting place, which Ivar and some other friends of his are using as a meeting place. When I told Ivar that I wanted to make some recordings, he preempted me with a strange, disturbing smile on his face by saying that he was sure that I would succeed in making great recordings. That building, which seemed so strangely strong while showing the signs of the rottenness all over, made me feel very uneasy. Christopher T. Drieden, one of the three men in that meeting, apart from Ivar and me, told me that this place was built by an unknown witch. I couldn't be sure as to whether he was being serious due to the sardonic smile perpetually on his wizened, thin, long, and pale face while he spoke to me. Witch. So there's a witch. Maybe. Okay. 3 clues. Okay. Cool. No. No. So no ghoul. Okay, let's... Does it matter? No. Brankston, Smouth, Northwest City of Wellsmouth. Do we need Brankston? Rodin's The Gates of Hell, is that important? It's something that sticks out. No. Okay, first things first. I'm gonna test the names. Because they seem to be at least... Ivar. Oh, Ivar is... Oh, no. Wrong button. Let's try Ivar's place. In Ivar's place. Regards by Ivar's house. This is a good clue. Okay. So, yes. This is the problem because I have no idea what should be important. Obviously, Ivar. So maybe Christopher T. Drieden. Oh. What? Well, what now? I still need 2 clues. This is only where it reads cassette number 1. Does it mean anything? It's cassette number 1, but record... Or does it mean they're on the same cassette? $2:40 a.m.? No. 150 meters. I'm just underlining something that pops out. No. Could this be 22 years old? I have no idea why would... Let's try that. Mr. Field life changed when he took over his... Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, I should have thought that, yeah, his life changed. That's the... But I'm not... To be honest, I'm gonna try to cassette number 1, because if that means the cassette number 1... Because these are records. And I'm guessing they are records from the cassette number 1. So we need cassette number 1, maybe? Let's try. Okay, yes. Okay. That much is true. Okay. I had no idea that this was a hidden clue. I'm not complaining, of course, but... So, what now? What... Did we get anything... 22 important event... Christopher Trieden, someday Christopher Trieden feeling our meeting... Clock's date of birth... Do I... Death... Let's try these... No... How do I... No. Is the important event, maybe? No. No idea. So there's nothing else here. Or at least this side. Can I go to the other side? I'm certain there's... Oh! I'm certain that you could go to the other side, but... What is this? The showcase is empty. I wonder what strange things were displayed here. I wonder too. Nothing I can open. Okay, can I... 4 numbers. What do I know for numbers? Could it be date of birth, or when he was 22, or just 0022? First, we go with the date of birth. That would be logical, maybe. 19, and the year was 1976. Yes. But the question, is it here? Is it this line? 19. Oh, there's the button. What kind of number would forgetful person Mr. Field use a password? Okay, do I... Let's put... important... This is a little problem. Okay, now it's empty. Oh, okay, let's see. Date of birth, important event. That didn't ring a bell. Okay, birthday doesn't work. Okay. I better change my point of view. Can I use more? Yes, I can. Maybe something else. I'm still trying to 0022. I have no idea why, but I will try it. So, what else he wrote? "22 years old. I was just 22 years old." Could it be? Oh, could the important event? So, not the year. But the problem is, I don't know if I need to connect it. How do I clear? Oh, double clicking. Let's start important event. Locked case. Maybe something else. So what would be the year of important event? That was 22. He was 22 and he was born in 76, so it would be 98. I'm gonna go and try the 98. Because I'm not certain that do you need to combine those or not. It was 1998. Company takeover. Yes, that's the major event, but I was thinking that I should I make the connection inside the inventory or not? Apparently no. These are Mr. Field notes. Yes. Okay, what else? Cassette first. Yes, we have cassette player and lots of cassette. But what did we? Field notes 3/3 of 3 of 4. Okay. No. 9th of June. Last night, during our conversation, Ivor blurted out that he has a secret meeting place in Northwood Forest. Yes, I clearly recall this because as soon as he realized that he had made a mistake, he tried to change the subject. After a short while, when he realized that I had understood him, he told me that he was planning to invite me there quite soon. First, he had to speak with some people whose identities he intentionally avoided revealing. He spoke about this place a bit, emphasized in particular that it had been empty for a long time, but from an aesthetic point of view, had every comfort that people like us always seek. He told some tales about this place, which is far away from the closest habitation, and came about through a series of events that are mostly forgotten now. He told me that it always seemed to be a place of pure evil, without even without even taking into account a few rumors. It is not known who built it or when it was constructed. In time, it became an object of fear, which also caused people to be afraid of these forests. He left after that, telling me that he would soon invite me to this place, where he had some of his special friends met. After he left, my mind was churning with strange thoughts. After so many gruesome things had been mentioned about it, it maybe sounds strange to some people that I still wanted to see such place where darkness and myths of dark medieval ages were imprinted. But things like that are the only things that matter to someone like me. 15th of July 2011. After quite some time, I got to see that special secret meeting place that Ivor had mentioned and promised to invite me. During a stormy night, I had to traverse Northwood Forest, a place that no one wants to enter after dark, due to its lonely and notoriously twilight world, which can daunt even the bravest person. I drove my car through the forest and on the uneven soil pathway between dimly lit evanescent lights and sounds which resembled the nighttime frolics of wild fawns. Wild fawns are interesting. Suddenly I saw, or thought I saw, some recesses which probably opened up to some underground clefts or caves about which I had heard many tales during my childhood, since some of them are believed not to be meeting places for witches. This caused my uneasiness to grow. That's quite a lot of stories about witches. Maybe the matter that caused me to be so greatly affected there is the 200-year-old incident that had caused a drunk named Annibal Clotio to scream horrible whilst running to the town of the uneven soil pathway and trails from the forest. He had been bleeding profusely, and because of his screams, he had caused everyone to wake up and gather around him. I read the story of craziness in a newspaper article as told by the drunk himself. In this article, he mentioned a group of people who had worn clothes made of animal skins, living in a small cave hidden by the forest at the foot of the Northwood Mountain. After eating something, this strange group summoned something from beneath a dark well-like hole by pounding the palms of their hands on the ground and playing a thing that the drunk described as a musical instrument which was set up at the edge of the dark well-like hole. After that, as a result of the thing that had answered the group's call and come from below the well-like hole, the drunk had run screaming as the noit all the way to the town. Okay. And I know that, according to the article, all the local people accused him being drunk and stubborn while in the forest and inventing the entire story. I had investigated this story and discovered that it was in accordance with some historical truths, and I decided that these are not matters that can be invented by a simple drunk like Annibal Clotio. Maybe for the reason that night I proceeded through the forest with a cautious feeling inside me. Now I can't be sure. When I reached the sinister-looking place situated on a cliff just outside the forest, the time was 2 a.m. in the morning. It was not a large, but its old, darkened, waterlogged, and worm-eaten wooden planks made it seem disturbing, and since I could not discern its features in the darkness of the moonless night, it seemed to me even more formidable. With the manifestation, I could not help thinking that Edwin Pickman was looking at it when he wrote these lines. There it stands under the sunlight. Let's start again. There it stands under sunlight, a marker to show it's still there, as black as a night with no moonlight, and its doom is laid so bare. Participating in the meeting were three strange people in addition to Iva and myself. As time passed, our conversation got deeper, and I felt as though their verbal and facial expressions were emitting a penetrating, dense, evil sensation and disgusting pressure which made me feel nauseous. At first, I thought that this feeling, which somehow I couldn't shake off even though I firmly tried, was caused by the height and age of the place. But now I shiver with fear much more than even that night, when I remember looking into their corpse-like dull eyes, and remember the fast movements of their exceedingly thin bodies and their whispering in an unfamiliar language while looking directly at my face. Until morning, in that worm-eaten building which is standing on the sinister cliff, we spoke about suspicious topics and unknown secrets without caring about the freezing effect of the whistling wind that blew in front from between the rotten old planks. Maybe the thing that helped me not to care about the place and, most important of all, about those three cadavers, were the topics that enchanted me and benumbed me like alcohol. These topics were beyond all ordinary human thinking and perception. They showed me some carved antique stone pieces and old books, and told me about the hidden machines that only Franz Mesmer dared mention, and about the powerful alchemists and magicians whose names are unknown to ordinary people. I could not help thinking that there were many more things that weren't shown to me. For a long time, I thought that I heard some strange noises that I could hardly separate from the roaring sound of the sea that accompanied the storm, which I didn't dare mention when I saw that the others were unaware of this. I can now say with certainty that this forest is not for sane people. It is a place where night creatures gather worship nooks by dancing, howling, jumping from the tree to tree, and sacrificing in the underground passageways. And I don't want to go the rotten place which now belongs once more to the forest. A little drink before we continue. 18th of July, 2011. I think I dropped my digital organizer in the well during my mad rush out, which frightens me to consider. I couldn't find it although I searched everywhere in here, in my apartment, which is downtown, and in my office. This is very bad for a forgetful person like me, who sometimes can't even remember something that happened even an hour ago. However, I don't want to go down there even one more time just to get my digital organizer. After all that craziness, isn't it ironic that I'm still staying here of my own volition? That is interesting. And one thing I want to do before we continue, actually, I want to check one. No, wrong. Because there was something that caught my eye. Northwood Forest, can I underline that? Ivaberga has a secret meeting place in the woods. Okay, that's seen something I need. Okay, there might be some secrets here, but it seemed like a paper that there might be. I trust not for first place at one twilight. True forest uneven soil pathway. Could that be a hint? Uneven soil pathway. Nothing interesting. So I saw Night of Frolics. Maybe a 200-year. Let's see, 200-year incident. Nothing interesting. Animal Claudio. Nothing particularly interesting. Okay. Newspaper article. That could be interesting. Apparently not. Foot of the Northwood Mountain. Do I have to have forest at the Northwood Mountain? No. After eating something, this trains beneath the dark. After that, that's a result. Musical instrument which was set up at the edge. Good. Anything particular? No. Well, like. No. This is the problem. Of course, you can start the astronaut all the way and wild forest. Hannibal Claudio. 2 a.m. Is that important? No. With the manifest Edwin Bigman, is that important? No. Ivar? No. Shiva. Maybe I already have what is to be had. Frank Mesmer. In here, Mr. Field had mentioned Dr. Frank Friedrich Anton Mesmer, Austrian physician who was infamous for inducing a hypnotic trance-like state in human. Okay, that was important, apparently. So one thing is always go with the names if you can. Strange noises. Nux. Nux was primordial goddess of the night in Greek. Yes. Tree sacrifice underground passage. Jumping from trees. I don't want to go rotten place which belongs to forest. Okay. This would be digital organizing into well. No. I dropped. This was something I thought would be important. Apparently it's not. Brightens me because I could find. Okay, this is very forget possible. Something like that. I couldn't find it, although I searched everywhere. In here, in my apartment. In here. In my apartment downtown. Okay, nothing. And in my office. This is a very bad forgetful person. However, I don't want to go down there even though. Let's. Did I put it? Sorry. Yes, underlining on. Nope. No. So I have few hidden things. Oh. I put it in a cassette first. Okay, can I... This is cassette number 1. Oh, can I... Apparently I can't. Oh, that's the cassette. Okay. It's inside. What now? Oh.
Old and now unused Moreland Cemetery, Brengston, 2:48 a.m., 5th of October 2010.
Okay. Right.
In a cave near the Northwood Forest, 4:22 p.m., 14th of November 2010. by the well in my cellar, 10:56 p.m., 13th of February, 2011.
Okay. Interesting
In my
tapes.
bedroom, 3:13 a.m., 12th of March, 2011. In the well, 9:42 p.m., 22nd of May, 2011.
Right. Hopefully I don't miss anything. I no idea if it's just looping around or how long do you... Okay, let's jump.
In Ivar's cabin, 3:07 a.m., 5th of July, 2011.
Ooh. Hmm. Is that the last one? Okay, I'm not certain. Should We have heard something. Maybe we need... Okay. First things first. A little save. And out. Again. That is interesting that the ambient volume seems to reset. Or volume settings do tend to reset. I think I've been dilly-dallying enough, and I think we need to... Before we go, I want to make a little check, because I never checked these books' underlying possibilities. Let's see. I know I shouldn't do this, but I can't help myself, you know. Okay. So, did it say? Yes. Of course it didn't, because I didn't press apply. Now let's see. Is there something I could use? Names are a good place to start. Nothing. Do I need these? No. Eclipse of the soul. That could be also interesting. Not, but not it. Versailles. That's a name. No. Summoning the one who lies beneath. Nothing particularly interesting. Well, what about understanding the soul metamorphosis? That sounds so interesting. Oh, that was soul metamorphosis. I never heard of such thing before. Okay, good. The problem is, well, hallucinogenic substances, nothing. Religious topics. Should I underline more? No. This is the problem, because I have no idea. Let's try this. Nothing particularly interesting. Further emphasize versus Cairo. Do I need years or dates? No. At least not that. Anything about these? Nothing. Is this important? I don't know. No. I would have thought that the mushroom cult would be nice, because it sounds nice. No. What about Arbeb and Ma'at? No. Mysterious rights called. Well. There's. I'm not certain it's always just nothing. Afterlife? No. It's a great drink mainly of water barley herbs. No. It was drunk at the illusion mysteries. Abe was a deification of chaos and darkness. Is that important? Nothing. Well, you're hot man to please. Well, no idea. Anything? Yeah, this is problematic because we apparently managed to find one important word. Okay, do I need these? Nothing. Theory guys. Soul metamorphosis, not a state, can be achieved to repossess altered state consciousness. It depends from information about the characteristics of this state. It's more confusion, but again, I hope I said when I first read it that I read characteristic, not characteristic. I hope I do tend to make that mistake. I don't know why. Maybe not enough hallucinogenic substances. I have no idea. And that's enough. I could try to underline everything, but no. But what can we open with the rusty key? Is that a... And why can we check here? Let's go downstairs. Oh, no, it was only mods. The key doesn't seem to fit. Okay, what about... Oh, but this wasn't locked. But was there a door around here? Is it locked or stuck? Locked. Key doesn't seem to fit. So I'm guessing it's not working on these. Well, it's time to go downstairs. I'm sorry, this has been very slow, and this... I'm guessing it's going to continue like that. I do tend to take my time with these. So this is not... What? So this won't be a fast... What am I looking? Shovel with mud in it. So, okay. Oh. I thought we would use the key on that door. It could be some kind of incense. So there is a strong scent, but we already almost knew that. What can we find? What is that? A stained piece of fabric. There is some kind of slimy substance on it. Ugh. Get that thing away from me. I'm staring at those papers and thinking that those should be something very important, but I don't know. Let's see. There is something over there. Okay, let's start from here. Messy. 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 Surprise, surprise, messy. So... nothing, I guess? Anything? There's a fire extinguisher. That is locked, okay. And what is this? Electrical panel. So, can I interact with it? Apparently not. So that is locked, okay. Is this for the rusty key? I'm thinking so. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm gonna make a save here. This seems a little bit ominous. Is it 4 already? Yes. Yeah, this is going to be a fast playthrough, so bear with me. Lantern. Why? What is that? Some pipes. What is that? Oh, lantern. It still seems to work. Well, can I take it? Rusty ladder looks flimsy, and I think it's already broken. We have already lit. What do I have? Rope. Do I use this? Can I use it on the pipes? Yes. It's obvious that there is something in which will help my investigation. I wouldn't say so, but it's too dark. I can't safely get in and out. Agreed. There's a lantern. Can I take the lantern now? This will be useful. Okay, now we have a lantern. Anything else? By the way, what was the strong scent shovel, the wet mud, Ivor's secret place, crystal? I have no idea. I think I need to connect the dots, so to speak, but I can use... Can these be... Yes. They can be combined. What happens if I combine these? Let's try. And no messages. I better change my point of view. That didn't ring a bell. Okay. So it's double click and clears it. Cloud field's dead. So well, I don't know what this would work. Oh, someone that actually did work. Someone entered Mr. Field residence and dug somewhere. Who might that be? Do I have his... does it need to be... No, that doesn't work. I don't think it's Christopher, but let's try. That didn't ring a bell. Because I'm not certain, can you combine two brains, or does it need to be meet Ivor's place and someone's somewhere dug something? That did ring a bell. Ivor's secret place, although that is a brain thing. We could try to connect those two Ivor things. Does it work? No. What about Christopher Trieden? That doesn't make sense. I'm not certain how this actually works. What happens if I put this and no messages? That didn't ring a bell. Could it be Loath Nolder and someone duck somewhere? Maybe something else. I really don't know how this works. Enough with that for now. Let's go down. Will you descend? I guess I will. Oh. The rope isn't... Oh. Can I... Can I use this? Or am I using it already? I think the ceiling has collapsed recently. This was not mentioned in notes. Okay. Sorry, my throat started to tickle. The ceiling of the tunnel that is supposed to lead to the inner room seems to have collapsed recently. Right. I may have to check if there's a guide how to combine those things. Can I combine two brain things, or does it need to be something else, brain and eye, or brain and mouth? There is a gap there, but it's too narrow for me to fit through. I can't see anything ahead of me. It's too dark. I feel the cold draft. So, could you please use the lantern? There's a gap there. Too dark, too cold. There has to be something. Oh, I saw it, I saw it. It's over there. Digital organizer. I probably missed the field. He must have dropped it here. We know that he dropped it here. What? I have no control. Okay, I have a control. What was that? I don't want to stay here any longer. Oh. He's moving automatically. Okay. Okay, I think we are supposed to leave. I'd better lock the door. Okay, fine. Let's lock the door. Oh, you did it automatically. So what now? Can I... And I don't want to stay here any longer. So... I'm guessing we are leaving. And it's still messy. Okay, I'm gonna make a save. Yeah, that's a good place to save. And so you really don't want to go there, and this was nothing at all. So let's leave then. Oh, I thought the door was locked. So somebody tried to open the door. Can I take the pickaxe? What now? Is there something I'm missing? I saw some. I am paralyzed with fear. I don't feel so well. I need to rest. Ooh. Does that mean I can't even open the inventory anymore? What if I try to go upstairs? Well, there was I saw someone. I'm paralyzed with fear. I don't feel so well. I need to rest. So yeah, I think that's it for now. But the things describe the notes and the things I have severe headache. I need rest. There's something in there and Mr. Field's residence that makes me feel dizzy. Something in the air. Again, I can't open the inventory, but could I now know something about those hallucinogenics? That might be something I need to check later. Anything I need from here? I'm just now remembering one of the interesting ghost hunting games I do also have. It's a puzzle game. I probably might want to play that quite soonish. It's more classical point and click. Not scary, but interesting. Again, one of those games I played. I feel so tired. Yeah, me both, buddy. I played around minute game. It was something 2005 to 2010. It's old game also. I've noticed I've been playing quite a lot of old games lately, but what can you do? I might have to play newer games, and I have plans for them, but at the moment I'm somehow stuck with these because I do enjoy these ones. Any? No, no messages. So I guess we go to the bed then. If nothing happens and we wake up, I'll think that will be the end of the episode, but we will have to see because with this game I have no idea. At last, I will rest. I will slumber in dormant. Hmm? Who could it be? Who is knocking at my door? How much that? I don't read it on before I fell asleep. Okay, we are not ending just yet. Okay. Okay. What? What? Someone's knocking at my door. On my door. Where is he? Oh. Outside it seems so quiet and there is no light other than the moonlight. Fighting evil by the moonlight? It's dark. What's happening? Hey, anybody there? Why do you yell? Just go in. Strange, didn't I hear knocking at my door? Yes, you did. The lights are out except for the one from the front door. I think there are problems with the electricity. You think? And what is that weird sound coming from beyond the darkness? What sound? Can I go back out? I can't move towards the darkness. And the moonlight, yes. I can't see anything here. And yeah, it's so dark, I have no idea. I think we are going back in. Maybe I go to the bathroom. Flush the toilet for the luck. I don't need to use it right now, okay. What? Well, this is awkward. Nothing. I have no idea what's happening here. Can I go back to the bed now? What is happening to the radio? Good question. I hear someone talking. I'm turning it off. Okay, it should be off. Okay, I have no control. No, I can't hear any knocking. I'm gonna... I can't hear any knocking at all. Oh, now I can. Do I really have to? What's going on? I don't understand. Help me. I do not understand. What is going on? Who is this? Is this a joke? It's darker here than before. It's not real. It is not real. And that weird monotonous sound is louder now and sounds like slowly beating heart. I'm starting to feel afraid. No? Just now? Can we go back inside? What is the meaning of this? Or is this just a dream? I have no idea. Let's go to the bathroom again. I want to see if the friendly cockroach is still there. I don't need to use it right now. Anything change? No. I have to make a habit to go every room after those incidents because I want to see if there's any changes. Okay. Can I open that door? No, you can't open it. What's happening? That I would like to know. Can't move. Oh, I'm not in control.
Oh, God.
Wellsmouth State Hospital, November 6, 2011. I hope that was meant to be. Well, apparently it was.
Listen, I need to ask you something about him. He woke up several times during the night. Each time he claimed there was some kind of creature sitting on his chest, preventing him from fully waking up. Does he suffer from nightmares or any other kind of problems?
I'm not really sure what you mean.
I see. It's probably nothing. Stress, most likely, brought on by pressures of work combined with not enough sleep. You're his friend. When he gets out of here, tell him to take a break. A long break. He needs it.
Right. Day 2 after hospital observation, November 8, 2011.
What's happening to me? I've been suspended from my police job until further notice. The doctor told me I've suffered a nervous breakdown. They told me I woke up everyone in my apartment building 3 nights ago with my screaming. I don't remember that happening. What's wrong with me? These dreams I keep having, they seem so real. This case, there's something about it. I feel connected to it somehow. But why? Maybe if I could solve it, I could understand some of the other things that are happening to me.
Okay. Let's take the phone call.
Home at the moment. Please leave your message after the beep.
Hi, Howard. I just called to ask you if everything's all right. You had a breakdown, you know. You've got to get some rest, mate. I will call you again, mate. Look after yourself. See you soon.
Cheers, mate. I think this is perfect way to end the episode. Let's see. Which one was the last one? 19, 148. Yeah, I'm playing this very slowly. I'm gonna make a save from here. And well, I'm not changing the name. It's that. Anyways, that was really interesting. I have to check. What was I going to check? Yeah, how the printings works. If I can find any guide for that. Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed this one. Again, this is very slow paced, like Pain's Killing. That's why I probably this came to my mind after I played the Pain's Killings. So if you slow paced games, there are similarities, but Pain's Creek is not Lovecraft horror. Actually, it's not that horrific, anyways. But yeah, if you're interested, similar gameplay, slow paced and whatnot, it's very similar game. And yeah, I think I do actually own the second one also that I never played at all. So could be one game I play right after this. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this one and I will see you next time. Until then, bye.